Welcome back to the Drizzle YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also go check out my channel, see if there's any more content on there that you like. And also, welcome back to the 2K21 San Antonio Spurs franchise, episode 11. I simmed and I played a couple games. This episode pretty much going to be a recap, a 1 month recap of the year for the whole entire league. Last episode you saw in the first game of the year, we lost to the Mavericks with Luka. Luka had 45 and 11 assists. And Cade had 68 points in his debut, which was insane. Then we lost to the Bucks, beat the Pelicans, beat the Nuggets, lost to the Heat, lost badly to the Nets. Without all their stars, James Harden got triple-double, and the other two stars to be in 30+. Lost by 2 to the Wizards. Evan Mobley played great. Then Evan Mobley, as you see a trend, when Cade Cunningham isn't playing the best out of everybody on the team, we lose. This game with the Lakers, when he had 60, we blew the Lakers out. The game against the Bulls, he had 45, we blew the Bulls out. The game against the Pelicans, we blew the Pelicans out. He had 55. Game against the Clippers, this is one of the games I did play, so this stats might look a little crazy. He had 75. Paul George also is becoming extremely upset with the Clippers, being the fact that Kawhi Leonard left and everybody else in their starting lineup can't even get over 10 points. The only person over 10 points was Jeff Green, who's not even a starter. And also, let's go through the injuries real quick, because there has been a couple big ones, including Tyler Hero with a torn ACL. Luka, after only playing how many games? He played 5 games and got a high right ankle sprain, out for 1 to 2 months. Killian Hayes, dislocated elbow. Devin Vassell, the person we traded to the Cavs for the #1 overall pick, pulled right calf muscle. Everybody else a couple days. Jimmy Butler, Derrick Rose, everybody a couple days. And then season awards, Cade Cunningham has won Player of the Week twice, being the first week and last week when he went off. And he's won Rookie of the Month for December. In an awards race, Cade Cunningham is 4th in the MVP awards race. He's 1st in the Rookie of the Year race. Evan Mobley is 2nd. Jalen Green 3rd. Davion Mitchell 4th. Keon Johnson 5th. The 6th Man of the Year race. Defensive Player of the Year race. Most Improved Player of the Year race. And then let's go to the standings. The Grizzlies, who are 10-2, led by Ja and Jaren Jackson Jr., are going crazy. The Cavs, actually the team we traded for the #1 overall pick, are playing amazing. But it's a 3-team tie in the East. It is early in the season, though, so you could see some of these teams drop off tremendously. The Mavericks have played terrible, even with Kawhi Leonard and Porzingis. Have played absolutely terrible without Luka. Kawhi Leonard averaging 23 points. Kristaps averaging 20. That played terrible without him. Zion's Pelicans have not been playing well at all either. Alright, now let's go to the player stats for our team. You see Cade Cunningham in his first NBA year averaging 35, 5, 5, 0.7, and 0.4 on 50% shooting from the field, 32% from 3, 90% from the free throw line. Evan Mobley with 18 and 12. DeJounte Murray with 15, 7 and 7. Dennis Schroeder, the 6th man, with 13 and 4. Then everybody else 8. Charles Bassey has been a massive surprise, with him averaging 10 rebounds per game and also getting about 7 points. Scotty Barnes has literally been the perfect lockdown defender for us. Nicholas Batum, his role has really diminished. He was the starting power forward at the beginning of the year, but then hasn't played in the last 3 games. And games before that, he's been playing only at the end. So he definitely looks like a possible trade. Then let's go to our G League players. Our G League players, Brandon Boston averaging 20 points. Trendon Walford, who he just signed will be like 2 or 3 days ago, averaging 20 and 13. Javon Bates 13. Marcus Garrett with 8. Luke Gassar averaging 18 rebounds. Look at league leaders. Cade Cunningham leads the league in points. Rebounds is Joel Embiid. Assists is Ja Morant. Steals Chris Paul. Blocks Evan Mobley with 3.1. Turnovers is LaMelo. Field goal percentage, Bam. And then Ben Simmons. Zion up there too. 3-point percentage, Luka, Damian Lee, Doug McDermott. Free throw percentage. Alright, Kyrie still hasn't missed a free throw, or Kendrick Nunn or Damian Lee. Minutes per game, Ja Morant with 40. Fouls per game, Jaren Jackson Jr. Points allowed per game, D'Angelo Russell with 20. Triple doubles. DeJounte Murray has had 1. Russ leads with 3. Double doubles, Jokic and Sabonis both lead that. Rookie report. Sharif Cooper, Jalen Green, Davion Mitchell. We already showed our rookies. Bassey actually playing immensely well for somebody we signed as a free agent after then getting picked up after the draft. Let's go to team stats. Points per game, we're 6th with 120. The Nets are with 128. The Thunder are scoring the least amount of points per game. Points allowed per game, the Hornets are allowing the most with 125. But they're also a pretty high scoring team, so. And we're allowing the least with 105 with a 14.3 differential. Field goal percentage, that's us, we have it. The Raptors have the most amount of 3-point attempts per game is 45. Hornets have the most makes, but the Nets have the highest percentage. 3 throws made per game, 76ers lead that with 24. Free throws attempted, they also lead with 28. But we have the highest percentage with 88%. We are most likely to only miss 2 of our free throws per game. Offensive rebounds per game, the Bulls have an amazing offensive rebound team with Patrick Williams, Lauri Markkanen, and Vucevic all being amazing rebounders. And then the Lakers also with LeBron, Anthony Davis, Dre. Defensive rebounding, we had that with 43. Rebounds per game, the Lakers lead that with 53 though. Assists per game, Nets lead that. Steals per game, the Kings. Blocks per game, the Pacers then us by 0.1. Turnovers per game, the Kings lead that. We're in the bottom 10 of it though. Fouls per game, we had the least with 16.4. The Wizards have 25 fouls per game. Points off turnovers per game, that's us with 8.1. That is mostly in part to DeJounte Murray, Scotty Barnes, Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley with blocks, Scotty Barnes with steals, and DeJounte Murray with steals. They have quick hands that get in between the defenders. Second chance points per game, the Lakers lead that. Points in the paint, we easily take that with 61. With most of our points coming into the game between DeJounte Murray and Cade Cunningham driving to the hoop with Evan Mobley. Bench points per game, the Cavaliers, that's how they're doing it. With Terry Rozier, Darius Garland, Dylan Wilner, Vernon Carey Jr. We traded also. The Nets had the least, but you expect that when they have this 3-headed monster. Any other stats to see? Nah, that's it. And then got the G League standings. We are 2-2. In the power rankings. Power rankings, we're number 8. We were 3-0 last week. We went up 18 spots. GM power rankings, D Morrison, our GM, is number 1, going up 24 spots. Any other things? No. Oh, in my drafts, they still have us projected at a number 2 pick. Don't forget, we do have the Pistons pick. And one thing we're going to decide is does this team decide to take another young player, or do we decide to trade that pick and get a star? The only question we're getting a star is, I like where this team is going. Nobody on this team is too old. Oldest player on the team, Nicholas Batum, he's probably going to be traded within the next month. Norman Powell, Dennis Schroeder, great three-point shooter, a great defender, 3-and-D player. And Dennis Schroeder, a perfect sixth man for this team. And also, don't forget, we had $30 million in cap space. And a lot of that might come off this year. Don't forget about the league expansion with the Seattle Supersonics coming back. And also the Nashville Stars, or each conference will getting a team added to them. Contract extensions, these two are the only ones with contract extensions. They're both undecided. But Keldon Johnson has a team option, so we'll pick that up. Lonnie Walker will actually have to sign. And between them two, it's going to be hard. I don't think we're going to bring back both, because they both playing the same role and they're both taking up pretty much the same space. In upcoming free agents, there's Steph Curry, who's an upcoming free agent. I don't think he'll leave the Golden State Warriors, but if he does, that would be crazy. Kevin Durant, who have a player option, James Harden player option, Trae Young, Bradley Beal, Jimmy Butler, Kyrie, them's all player options, but they might opt out. Luka, Zion with team option, they're gonna bring that back. Ja with a team option, Zach LaVine, Julius Randle. This could be a crazy, insane free agency class. And as I said, Paul George being really unhappy is really unhappy. Really unhappy with the Los Angeles Clippers right now. With him averaging 26, 5 and 4, 6 and 4, a steal per game, and playing almost perfect as he can. Playing about 31 minutes per game, and this team still can't win any games. Or when they do, they're just overall terrible. Derrick Rose keeps getting hurt. Marcus Morris got hurt again. They got both of the Morris brothers on the team. It's just looking more and more likely like he's going to demand a trade. And the Clippers, honestly, this would be the perfect decision for him. With him having 32 in 30 minutes against us and still couldn't even keep us in the game. With him having 3 years left on his contract and he'll be 34 when it ends, it makes no sense for him to keep being on this team that's going to be average. So teams that honestly I can see trading for him, there's only a couple. One being the Denver Nuggets, another being the Los Angeles Lakers, but I don't think the Clippers would ever trade him straight across the hallway. Portland, but that'll probably be for CJ or somebody. Then we go to the East. A team like the Cavs that might want to give up one of their forwards, either Isaac Okoro or Miles Bridges, to be in an even more win-now spot. The Celtics, with Kemba, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, that would be deadly. Toronto, to get an actual superstar. Chicago probably wouldn't take him. Or the Wizards, repair him with Russell Westbrook, put him at the 3. That's a pretty good lineup. The Nets, they definitely wouldn't take him. Any other teams? There's any other teams that would take him? A team like the Suns might. With Chris Paul being gone. A team like the Thunder, but the Thunder want to go through that same situation like they did with DeRozan last year from us, having to give a first-round pick and possibly not even making the playoffs. the Clippers stand at 6-7, so they're not the worst team. But he's playing amazing, and this team looks like it's not going anywhere for a while, and he's pretty much out of their plans at this point. Rondo's 35. He looks like Rondo and Paul George both look like players that could demand a trade in upcoming days. So that's all for the recap episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Next episode, we'll check back in on those two trade situations, and also checking in our own trade situation with Nicholas Batum. Peace.